Welcome guys, I am Praful Sonawane and welcome to Scientific Eye page. Today I am explaining you a short thought experiment on special theory of relativity. Welcome guys, I am Praful Sonawane and welcome to Scientific Eye page. Today I am explaining you a short thought experiment on special theory of relativity. What is physics? What you think about physics? I am explaining you. Physics is a branch of science which deals with this universe, with nature, and also the time. Physics is the branch which deals with the property of matter and energy. It's one of the branch of science who try to approach the mind of God in a unique way. Now let's start to our topic of special theory of relativity. Before starting, I am giving a short introduction of special theory of relativity. The special theory of relativity is published by Dr. Albert Einstein on 26 September 1905 with the title of Electrodynamics of Moving Body. So, special theory of relativity is based on two postulates. Postulate number 1, the law of physics are invariant or unchanged or identical in all inertial frame of reference. The second postulate or postulate number 2 is the constancy of speed of light. The speed of light is constant in all inertial frame of reference. So the entire framework of special theory of relativity is based on these two fundamental postulates. Now let's start with our thought experiment. So today I am going to teach you I am going to describe you two thought experiment. One is based on time dilation, another is based on non-absoluteness nature of space and time. So today I am starting with my first thought experiment, which is based on time dilation. So this thought experiment is based on time dilation. Okay, so start with time dilation. For that thought experiment, we just place a source of light at the center of our experiment. Now we make an circumference of circle. Of same radius. Okay, my drawing is not so good, but the reason behind this circumference of circle is only that we kept two planets at the same distance from each other. This is only the reason behind this circumference of a circle. Now we make two planets. One is here, another one is here, and this is a source of light. Now here the planet P1 is at rest with respect to Sun, while planet P2 is moving at constant velocity with respect to Sun in a outward direction. Okay, so this is source of light, this is planet 1, this is planet 2. Planet 1 is rest while planet 2 P2 is moving in a straight direction with velocity v. Now this is source of light and these are two arrangement. Now in our thought experiment, now we are watching. So according to a thought experiment, this is planet P1 and this is a source. Now we place an atomic clock on both the planet. In our thought experiment, the atomic clock work in a manner that, so we place an atomic clock on both the planet, and in our thought experiment atomic clock is work in this manner. So if the source of light emit an radiations which hits to the atomic clock, once time it's reflect back to the atomic clock, it's reflect back to the source, and again it emerges, and second time it's hit the atomic clock, and after two successive reflection from the atomic clock, the atomic clock deflect to the 1 second. So in this manner atomic clock in our thought experiment work. Basically understanding that source and atomic clock, and how the atomic clock works after two successive reflection of the rays from the source to the atomic clock. So we place here and here. So the one atomic clock is here, another atomic clock is here. So for the atomic clock, or the atomic clock placed at P1, in that atomic clock the source emit the radiation at one time, it's hit there and again back to the source and again back to the atomic clock, then it shows 1 second. Now we watch a second planet which is moving with velocity v. So this is planet P2 and this is source. But in our thought experiment we already say that planet P2 is moving in straight direction with velocity v. So the first time when they are in same position, the source hits the radiation or emerges the radiation which hit the atomic clock, and next moment of time when the rays are going back to the source, the planet P2 is moving here due to its velocity, and when again source emerges again and reflects the radiation, and that time planet P2 is going there. So at each moment the planet P2 is change its position. So this is an original position, this is an final position. So this is actually change in position. We know that the velocity of light in a vacuum is same forever, and it is c, which means that 3 times 10 raised to 8 meter per second. So in that thought experiment we know that the planet P2 is change with delta s movement. So if for that we know that the equation of velocity is v is distance over time. Now here we want to find out t. So we get here t and d over v. D is distance over v is velocity. Now in this equation we just substitute delta s, which is distance, and v is c. So this becomes a delta t. This is time dilation. This is this is the amount of time slows down due to the velocity of planet P2 in a forward direction. Now here another thing is that if the boy is here and if the corpse is here and the thief is here, when the corpse and thief moving with same velocity, the corpse is never find out the thief or never catch the thief forever, because the velocity of corpse and the velocity of thief is same forever. That's why the corpse never catches the thief at any time. Same manner, if the planet P2 is moving with velocity, if the planet P2, so this is corpse is so the thief is planet P2 and the corpse is this velocity of light. Now if the P2 is moving with velocity of light, that time the velocity of light or lights never catch up the planet P2, hence the atomic clock placed on P2 is never deflect or never changes forever, or it's slow down. Means the time in a planet P2 is not changing at any time if the planet P2 is moving with velocity of light. This is a thought experiment of time dilation